welcome back to Beauty Bee and to another chatting about new releases video. I haven't done one of these in ages. I think it's been about 6 or 7 weeks. So I just thought I would compile 10 of the items off of Trend Mood that have come up during that time that I think are interesting and we could, well, chat about them. Hence the name of the video. Let's start out with a couple of base products. First of all, the Revlon Colorstay Light Cover Foundation. I don't know why, but those words just don't sound right together to me. But I think this is interesting mostly because I really want it to be the Glossier foundation. I don't know if it is. I really have no idea. I've heard nothing about this foundation, but the fact that it's super light coverage, natural finish, and just the bottle itself, the way it squeezes out, makes me think it might be. And I've always kind of wanted to try the Glossier foundation. I know it's unnecessary and I don't even really like wearing foundation anyway, but something about the Glossier one just draws me in. I want to be a Glossier person. I know I'm not, but I want to be. They've made it into the cool kid table. The second base product is from e.l.f. So this is $5 and it is the Flawless Brightening Concealer. I'm quite attracted to this click up concealer pen format. I just think that seems really handy and nifty in my 80-year-old language. But I think another thing that really draws me to this is the shade range. I don't think it's a fantastic shade range. I don't think it's awful though, especially considering that it's brightening. It makes sense that it skews a little bit lighter. But I'm looking at this shade Fair 10C, and that seems very light and very cool toned. And I think that would probably work for me, which would be quite exciting. I have another concealer from e.l.f. that is also in their lightest cool tone shade, and it works really well for me. It's a really good skin tone match, but it's not brightening, and I think this might actually be. Now let's get into a couple of really cute collabs that honestly I'm mostly interested in for the packaging, but they're still fun to talk about. Let's start with the Ciate by Miss Piggy collab. Now this only came out a few weeks ago, but I feel like it's ancient history in beauty community time, but it's really stinking cute. I think the mirror is adorable. The little beauty blender with the snout on the end, that's so cute. And I feel like Ciate did a really good job of sort of picking Miss Piggy products. The two lipsticks are beautiful colors, and I think the packaging itself is adorable. It's not overly Miss Piggy and childlike, but it's still cute. And I think that Ciate really hit it out of the park with this one. Disney's been collabing with everyone, haven't they? I didn't realize that all 3 of these were Disney properties until I sat down to film. But the second collab we're going to talk about is the Besame by Mary Poppins. I want this compact. Let me put up a picture. Isn't that adorable? I love that you can see the cityscape in silhouette on the mirror along with Mary Poppins flying around with her umbrella. That's so stinking cute. I mean, the other products are cute as well. I think that the packaging on the Mrs. Banks set is really cute. I can't see myself buying a Besame lipstick anytime soon, and I certainly cannot see myself buying the nail polishes. I just think they're a bit too expensive for what they are, but that mirror is really cute. I wish it came individually. Alas, I do not think it is. Collab number 3 is Star Wars by Colourpop, the Cutest in the Galaxy palette, which is the child palette or the Baby Yoda palette. Dave Filoni, please don't come after me for calling it Baby Yoda. But it's so cute. Both the packaging, I mean, it's got Baby Yoda on it, and something about that little critter brings out every maternal instinct I have, and I just want to hold it. But also the color scheme. I really love this sort of cool toned khaki olive shade range that they have going on here. I think it's really beautiful. And I could actually get a fair amount of different looks out of this, considering there's only 9 shades and it keeps to a fairly monochromatic color story. Also, it's Star Wars. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't bought this already, honestly, because I have given myself a pass to buy a Star Wars collaboration if I see a good one, but somehow I've managed to resist this thus far. We'll see. So now we're going to move into palettes, which form the bulk of this video, starting with the Native palette from XO Beauty. This actually has quite a similar color story to the Baby Yoda palette, I think. If you look at sort of the left half of the palette, they're very similar colors. I do think you get a little bit of extra versatility with the pink, the orange, and the yellow that are on the far right. I think the theme is really cute. I like that they have the mirror, and I think the border around the mirror is adorable. This definitely jumped out at me. It's a beautiful color story. I mean, we already talked about that with the Baby Yoda palette, but I think that if I were to get one of them, it would almost certainly be the Star Wars one. It's about half the price, $36 US for the ShanXO palette versus $16 for the Child palette. Also, I just really like Star Wars, so that's definitely a point in Colourpop's favor. Now for some little quads. Viseart is coming out with 4 pan palettes, the Petit Fours collection. I'm particularly interested in the Lila palette, which is sort of a dusty lilac. It's very cool toned and it skews a little bit into a gray charcoal territory. It's really lovely. That is definitely my preferred color scheme, and I think that Viseart is supposed to be pretty good quality, and these are not awful prices for Viseart. They're $22 a pop. It's more than I'm willing to spend, but I can definitely admire it from afar. Another really good little collection of 4-pan palettes, which I guess I can't call it a little collection considering that there are 9 different options, but House Labs quads are so pretty. Yeah, I think the one that really jumps out to me is the Seduction 4-way, which has a blue, a burgundy, a matte light pink, and sort of rose gold or bronze shade. That looks very beautiful. But I think they've also done a really good job of coming up with some very neutral ones, some ones that are a little bit more adventurous but still sort of quote-unquote wearable, you know, sort of office appropriate but with a little bit more edge than the true neutral ones, and some that are really out there. I mean, there's one that has a lime green, bright matte pink, a true orange, and what looks to be maybe a duochrome shimmery white. So I think there's something that would appeal to almost anyone who likes eyeshadow, which is great, and I hope that more brands put out these pretty wide collections of smaller palettes so that people can really hone in on the colors and looks that appeal to them. Now, this last eyeshadow palette, I'm really not sure if I'm interested in or not. When I see this picture of the Wayne Goss holiday palette, I am intrigued. This looks so interesting and unlike anything that I can really think of. It's this very light blue-gray. It has a little bit of peach, which I think would be great to help blend these shades out. That aqua shimmer is gorgeous. However, this is one of those palettes where I feel like every picture I see looks very different. This is definitely the picture that I'm most interested in. However, I've also seen some that look more like this. And I don't want anything that dark. I mean, I can get behind gray eyeshadow. I actually really do like it, but I want a little bit more, but I'm looking for a little bit less depth for me for most occasions. So I don't think that something as dark as this palette would be very useful to me. And for the last item, we have our one lip product, the Milani Color Fetish Shine Lipsticks. These have such stunning packaging. I think Milani has really been doing a good job recently of making these quite high-end looking products. I've heard good things about the Fruit Fetish, make sure I said that right, lip glosses. And I assume that these are meant to expand on that range, also being in this fetish line. I don't know if they're any good, but the packaging is top notch. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what new releases have been drawing you in the last few weeks. I'd love to hear about it. And I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you next time.